Hello, everyone. This is Naveed here from British School of English. So, like in your first class, I'll be teaching you British pronunciation, law of words I'm covering, where you will be learning how we pronounce them in the British pronunciation. Okay, so let's get started. Uh, so that's the first one we got here. It is subtract. In the British pronunciation, S, the fourth letter, is silent. So we pronounce it as subtract. So we do not pronounce it as subtract. It is pronounced as subtract. So it is subtract. And let's move to the next one. And this one we got here, it is schedule. So a lot of people, they pronounce it as schedule or schedule, but in the British pronunciation, we pronounce it as schedule. It is schedule. It is not schedule. It is not like schedule. It is schedule. It is schedule. I have a fixed schedule. It is schedule. So now let's move to the third one. Then we got this one is development. It is development. In the British pronunciation, it is development. Yeah. So let's move to the next one. This one is pronunciation. So a lot of people, they pronounce it as pronunciation. It is not pronunciation. It is pronunciation. Pronunciation. I'm learning to speak in British pronunciation. So it is pronunciation. And one thing I like to make it clear that we don't always trust spellings like for the pronunciation, because as you know that there are 26 letters in English and there are 42 sounds. So that means each letter would have like more than one sound. Many letters would have like more than one sound. So, and there are lots and lots of letters which are silent, and we don't know why they are like that. These are just like set rules we learn, we follow, and we teach. And we don't know. No one would know why PUT is bad and why PUT is good. So, like English is a bit of weird kind of language. There are lots of things which will not make any sense. But like what we can do, these are just like set rules. So let's carry on. This one is pronunciation. Pronunciation. And let's move to the next one. It's another very common one. A lot of people, they say divorce, divorce. It could be in American pronunciation, but in the British pronunciation, we pronounce it as divorce, divorce, divorce. My friend just got divorced. It is divorce. So it is not divorce, it is divorce in the British pronunciation. So let's move to the next one. This one is like that disease where people have this breathing problem. So it is asthma. It is not asthma. So here, if you can see that STHA, they are four letters. They are giving that sound. So it is asthma. And if someone got this disease, this problem, so he is asthmatic. Asthma and asthmatic. Okay. So let's move to the next one. Then we got vehicle. Vehicle. It is not vehicle. H is silent in the British pronunciation. So it is vehicle. Lots of vehicles are on the road. Vehicles. So it is vehicle. 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 Yeah, vehicle. Let's move to the next one. Another very common one. So we pronounce it in the British pronunciation as receipt. It is not receipt, it is receipt. So as you can see that IP, they are kind of silent and they are replaced by a longer vowel sound E. Receipt, give me the receipt. So some people might find it weird why it is pronounced at receipt. So that's the way it is in the British pronunciation. It is receipt. Yeah. So let's move to the next one. Then we got ball, like we use for like having our porridge or cereal in our breakfast or like soup. So it's not like ball, it's not like bowl. In the British pronunciation, we pronounce it like bit of you are rounding your lips, something in the middle of you can say ball or and bowl, ball, ball. I have my soup in a ball, ball, ball. So it's not like sounding like a ball or not even like bowl, ball, ball. Okay, so let's move to the next one and see what we got. Another common one. It is commonly pronounced as vegetable, vegetable, vegetable. But in the British pronunciation, E is silent. The fourth letter after G, E is silent. So it is vegetable, 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 vegetable. Potato is my favorite vegetable, vegetable, vegetable. So it is vegetable. And this one is restaurant. And if you see there are like two syllables, restaurant, restaurant. It's not like restaurant, 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 restaurant. So which is your favorite restaurant? Restaurant. It is restaurant. Yeah. Now let's move to the next one. We got buffet, like a lot of countries, like in the UK as well. We have buffet, like you pay a set fees, like 12 or 15 pounds, and then you can eat as much as you like. They got like plenty of dishes, like especially like Indian, Pakistani cuisines. Normally it's like very common. There are like 40, 50 different dishes, and we just like pay like a set fees and eat as much as we like. So it is pronounced as buffet, not buffet. It is a bit weird, but U is giving like oo sound. So it's buffet, buffet. It is pronounced as buffet. And then we got next one is breakfast. Breakfast. It is like a bit weird as well. Like fast is giving first sound. So A in the fast is giving U sound. So that's the way it is. Even that I can't explain why it is like that. And I don't think so anyone else can either. So it is breakfast. Breakfast. Have you had your breakfast? So it is breakfast. It is not breakfast. In the British pronunciation, it is breakfast. Breakfast. And then we got suite. So that hotel room, it is suite. It's not suit. Some people would say that we pronounce that sugar sweet as well. So why it is pronounced as sweet? So these are like homophones. And obviously you understand by the context. If someone tells you like I've got a very nice suite in that hotel, so obviously that would mean like a room. And if someone says I want like some sweet in my coffee, so or tea, so obviously that has to be that sugar. That cannot be that hotel room, obviously. So you have to understand by the context. So it is sweet. And let's see what we got next. This one is sachet, like a small, tiny pack of anything. And T is silent here. In the British pronunciation, it is pronounced as sachet. Sachet. Yeah, sachet pack. Not sachet, sachet. Because in the British pronunciation, the T is silent. It is sachet. And let's scroll down. This one, it's women. The plural of women, it's be weird as well. So why it is like that? But that's the way it is in the British pronunciation. So we pronounce it as women. Women. We do not pronounce it as woman. It is pronounced as women. Women. These women are pretty. These women are pretty. Women. Women. It is women. It is pronounced as women. Women. So it is not pronounced as woman, it is pronounced as women. Like we say, if we say like Indian women are pretty, for example. So it is women, women. It's not woman, it's women. And then we got this one, the day. So it's Wednesday. So if you look at here, like it is here, like if you see D is silent, D is gone, and NE S, they are giving like Z sound, yeah. So it is only N is giving it sound, when, WE, D is silent, then when, N is like giving it sound, ES, they are giving Z sound. So it is Wednesday. And obviously in the British pronunciation, obviously like as we have like a proper 2 months British pronunciation course. So in that course, we teach British pronunciation in detail. So if you are interested in that course, you can contact. So like day is like a sound, like Y, sai, day. So it is day, Wednesday, Wednesday. But obviously you can even say Wednesday, not an issue. But if you want to pronounce it in the proper British accent, so it is Wednesday, Wednesday. Let's move to the next one. Now we got that brand. It is Nike. In the British pronunciation, it is Nike. It is not Nike, it is Nike. Nike. I love Nike shoes. Nike. Nike. Yeah. And then this one is like what you get in like a restaurant, their list of their food. They got, it's menu. It's not menu. It's not menu. It is menu. It is not menu. It's menu. Menu. So I've heard like a lot of people, they pronounce it as menu. It's not menu, it's menu. It is menu. It's another very common one. So in the British English, we pronounce it as menu. And another thing I would like to make it clear. Some people, they just argue that, oh, that is wrong, that is wrong. So if they are following American pronunciation, that's fine. That's totally up to them. You can, and they can follow American. But that does not like make British pronunciation incorrect. So British pronunciation is different to American. So if someone is saying like divorce and you said divorce, and that person tells you, no, 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 you are pronouncing it wrong, it is divorce. So you tell them you follow British pronunciation, and in the British pronunciation it is divorce. So in American it's divorce. So but I follow British pronunciation, and in the British pronunciation it is divorce. It is not divorce, it is divorce. Now another one we got, it is often, often. But one thing I would like to make it clear, like in the UK, every 23 miles we have a different accent. Like in south of England, like Surrey, Kent, Cromwell, and if you talk about areas like Croydon, or even if you talk about Dover, they have like in southern part of England, Sussex and all, they got like modern RB sound. Then in London we got Cockney accent, and then obviously like Nottingham separate accent, and you can go to Birmingham, Birmingham accent, Manchester separate accent. Then they got like, if you go to like uh, Liverpool, Scouser accent, Newcastle, Georgia accent. So Yorkshire different accent, Yorkshire accent. So in some parts of the UK, they pronounce it as like often, but I'm talking about London. So I've spent most of my life in London, obviously. So I follow London pronunciation, and in London we pronounce it as often, often. But even in London, like some people, if they maybe came from some like other part of the UK, they could pronounce it as often. So like you can pronounce like the both ways, often or often. But to be honest with you, often sounds more British. Yeah. And now let's see what we got next. So basically these are like 6 words, how to speak British. Water, there is a short sound in British English. R, if the R is coming in the end, we replace it with a longer vowel sound. Ah sound is shua sound. So water is water. And night, We do not just flat say night. We just like kind of round our lips. It's like kind of night, good night, night. You're just like bit of rounding your lip. It's not like completely night, night, good night. And then again liar. Again R in the end. So sure sound liar. He is such a liar. What is giving O sound? So obviously, as I said, like there are 42 sounds in the British English, and we teach all of them in our British pronunciation course, plus like stress, rhythm, and intonation, monophthong, triphthongs, and all of them we teach them. So like it is, if you see O, like O, so like hot, not, what. So it seems like, oh, what is your name? And Tuesday is like Tuesday. It's not like completely Tuesday. It's like Tuesday, Tuesday. What are you doing on Tuesday? Then this Harry Potter is Harry Potter, Harry Potter, Harry Potter, Harry Potter. So now let's move to the next one. And this one, that dry fruit is almond. Almond. I have almonds in the morning. It's almond. So L is, I would say, silent and giving like a bit of slight H sound. So it is almond. Almond. It's not almond. It's almond. Almond. Yeah. And let's move to the next one. Then we got tour. Tour. It's not tour. It's like tour. Tourism. Tourist. Tour, tour. It is tour. I'm going on a world tour. World tour. So in the British pronunciation, it is tour. It is tour. It's not tour. Tour. Tourism. Tourist. Tour. Yeah. So let's move to the next one. That plumber. Normally we say plumber. So the person who repairs like or fixes bathrooms and kitchens and all. So we pronounce like B is silent in the British pronunciation. We pronounce it as plumber, 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 plumber. So B is completely silent in the British pronunciation. And if you want to sound more British, you can pronounce it as like R. You can make it like a schwa sound. So it can go silent and it can be replaced with a longer vowel sound, plumber, plumber, plumber. Or you can pronounce it as like plumber, plumber. Okay, so let's move to the next one. And this one is police, police. So like if you see the second syllable, I see it's not like short, it's not police, it's police, police. So it's like bit of, we are stretching it, the second syllable, E, is bit of like E sound, a longer vowel sound, police, police. So let's move to the next one. And this one is video, 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 not like video, video. So like a yo sound in the end. So 3 syllables and video, 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 video. I love watching videos. I watched a very nice video last night. Video. So it is video. And then we got violin, 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 violin. So it's not violin, it's violin, violin. I love playing violin, violin, violin. So 3 syllables, violin, violin. And let's move to this one. And this one is poem, poem. So it is a bit weird. Like it's not poem basically in the British pronunciation, it is poem, poem, poem. I love reading poems. I love reading poems. Poem. It's poem, poem, poem. It's not poem, it's poem in the British pronunciation. And then this one, the last one we got, it is opposite, opposite. It's not opposite, it's opposite, 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 opposite. It's not opposite, it's opposite, opposite, opposite. And like in London, obviously, like T might go like we have glossal T, so they don't pronounce T in London. So it can go like opposite, opposite. So like in London, accent, Cockney accent, coming from Southern London. So we have like glossal T, we don't pronounce T. So like normally in the British pronunciation, as I taught you, we pronounce water as water. But in London accent, Cockney accent, we would pronounce it as water. So even T, it will be like glossal T. T will be unvoiced. It will be water. Bottle of water. Bottle of water. Bottle of water. Bottle of water. And football is football. Absolutely, it's absolutely. So that's global T. So that's like Cockney accent, like London accent. And before I end it, one thing I would like to explain, something very important, which would help you if you find it difficult in pronouncing any, I would say, words. So that will really help you. So what you do, if you find it difficult to pronounce any words, just break them in syllables. And what you do, put your palm underneath your chin, and each time your chin is touching your palm, that's a syllable. Break it into syllables, and you would know how many syllables, and break it into syllables, and practice it. Gradually, you will be able to pronounce it. So, like if I put my palm underneath my chin and pronounce it, pronunciation. So 5 times my chin touched my palm. So there are like 5 syllables in pronunciation. Pronunciation. Or you can even like count it. Pro 1, nun 2, C 3, A 4, shun 5. Pronunciation. So that's a very good way. If you find it difficult to pronounce any words, break them into syllables. Just put your palm underneath your chin, and each time your chin is touching your palm, that's like a syllable. And break them into syllables, and then you can pronounce them. So that's it for our first class of the British pronunciation. And hope like you enjoyed it and you learned it, and we'll carry on further, hopefully. And thanks a lot, and really appreciate for your patience and your help. And I really appreciate, and I expect that you must have enjoyed my class. Like you can message me and give me the feedback, okay? And thanks a lot. So kind of you, and